Hey everybody, Mark Barnes here. I was on the radio this weekend with Brian, who's a criminal investigator for the Internal Revenue Service. We usually do a show beginning of each February and talk about some tax law changes and some new scams that are going on. And there's a new scam out there that I wanted to make you guys aware of. This scam is a little different. Typically, our scams target elderly people over 75 or over 80. And I think most of us have heard about at least something that's happened in that arena. This time we're going to target teenagers. So what's happening is the scammers are going to get a little bit of information about a business, find out who the owner is or who the manager is, and then they're going to call in the evening hoping to get a teenager on the phone. They tell them that they're the police or the sheriff or somebody like that, and that the owner or the boss is been arrested and is in jail, and that they need him to go. The boss wants him to go to the cash register and take out all the cash and go get a gift card and use that gift card to pay their bail. So, one of the other things that's happening during this process is they're asking the teenager to put their phone on do not disturb so that they're not interrupted while this process is happening, so they can get this resolved and get the boss out of jail or get the business owner out of jail. And we apparently had a case here in Tucson recently where this happened. And the plan didn't work out this time because the parents had a tracking app on their phone. And I have a teenager in my house. We use Life 360. And if you're not familiar with these, it kind of shows you where your kid's at. If you have a higher level of subscription, it'll show you how fast they're moving. So if they're driving, it'll show you how fast they're driving and stuff of that nature. But one of the nice things is you can put circles around locations like your home. For me, it's at the office. We have a circle around the office here. So when I leave the office, it notifies my wife that I've left. And so the parents had one of these services, and they were notified when their child left work that day. Now, the first problem is it wasn't at the right time. Child wasn't supposed to be off work yet. And then the second problem was they didn't come home. They went somewhere else and they were supposed to be coming home. And so parents tried to call. Of course, the phone's on do not disturb. So they didn't get through. So they were concerned and they called the police. And the police responded. The parents came out and they were able to get back in contact with the child and stop this before it completely went south. But it could happen, and it could happen quickly. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you have teenagers or if you have grandkids that are teenagers, just bring this up. Let them know that this is happening, and they would want to. One, if your boss is in jail, maybe it's not a very good boss, but that's besides the point. But they would want to do some type of outside verification before they did anything, especially something that involves taking money out of the cash register at work. Also, if you know anybody that has a business that this may apply to, just let them know. Hey, this is the new scam that's happening. Maybe have a meeting or post a notice in the break room that this is going on so that they could hopefully avoid this. Sometimes these scams take off, and we talked about a few cases over the weekend where people were taken advantage of and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it happens, and it happens a lot, and it can be very devastating. And the last thing you want is your teenager being accused of theft of cash from a business. That's no way to start off your working career. So that's it. Guys, stay safe out there. And if you have any questions, reach out to me.